I joined IIT, right, with the idea that I wanted to do technology. I wanted to do applied technology, and yeah, I really loved my core subjects, which were the maths, physics, and chemistry while I was preparing for JEE. And even in IIT, I mean, I kind of liked the math-based subjects, and I had a flavor of programming while I was in school. So I was pretty determined to, continue programming when I got out. Although my stream was chemical, and at that time, these cross-stream, computer jobs were not really there. But I got lucky because also I had kind of picked up some skills while I was in college, and that gave me my first break in investment banking as a technical analyst. And I think that's what I just continued. I kind of just like technology, and it's a big part of who I am. I wish I could go back to college again, really. I mean, yeah, at least in Kailash, right, the quadrangle, like my room was C8. I could just, from my window, I could just look into, who's arrived. We had a lot of, we were a small batch. We were 15 girls. Oh. And most of our senior, junior batches were also similar sized. So we had a lot of cross bonding across batches. Like now I know that, for you, it's difficult to even know most of your batchmates. For us, it was the other way around. We actually connected with a lot of postgraduate students and made friends there as well. So fondest memories is definitely, all the class bunking, all the late night chat sessions. Just overall, not doing too much, and talking with other friends at a philosophical level. We really, I think I would say that, at least with me and my core set of friends, we really thrashed out a lot of stuff, like really discovered ourselves in terms of, who we were, what we wanted to do with life, and all those like late night 3 a.m. sessions, I would say, were very helpful. My interest in STEM was more intrinsic than, somebody being driven from outside. It was more like, I just liked programming. I liked a bit of math. I liked solving problems. Computers were an easy way to, to do stuff, to build things, and to immediately see the result of what you're doing. So in that sense, I kind of always liked programming and doing technical stuff. It kind of challenges me. And right now, the stuff that I'm working on is on like the cutting edge of technology. It's a machine learning data management product. So again, it kind of pushes me into the kind of edge of edge of what I know. And I think in that sense, the influence is more intrinsic. But then I've been reading a lot, like most entrepreneurs, and I try to pick up a lot from what the people are saying. I think it sounds like sounds cliched, but yes, I've read a lot on Steve Jobs and Elon Musk and Bill Gates also. So yeah, and of the newer times, I mean, I read up a lot on the founders of Databricks and Confluent, and what they're doing and how they look at problems. So yeah. No, I don't think so. So so we were definitely outnumbered, right? And what that means is that, even the smallest things that you do would get noticed. At 17, between 17 and 21, it's probably better not to have that level of notice by your, your batchmates. At the same time, I think we just took it in our stride, and it was just a one thing that was part of us. I see. like you don't try to think of yourself as a girl or a woman all the time. Like you're a human being, and it's better to take life like that than to paint it in shades of, I think, gender or identity. It's more important to, I think, to have that person to person connect. And yeah, so I mean, there have been cases where you feel outnumbered. You've been so we used to be very quiet. I used to find it difficult to talk in meetings earlier when I was at work. But then slowly you find your work becomes so important. Eventually, I think you find your passion, and you have to talk. In terms of opportunities, in terms of promotions, in terms of salaries, I wouldn't say that I faced any particular problem. In terms of funding, yes, in fact, even there, I did not see any particular bias against myself or my, or being a woman that way. But I think just the things that made it harder, in some sense, was not having enough women to talk with, to look up to network with. My closest friends are like, I would say like my batch of 15, and it's the smaller circle, right? So you don't also network with a lot of your other batchmates who are men, and eventually, yeah, you lose out on those aspects. So those are things. I wouldn't say like external discrimination. It's more about, I think, being more assertive, being able to reach out, being able to shed your own thing. And there would be momentary, cases of discrimination. I think in a workplace or in academics, there would always be favorites. There would always be, but it's better to not think of it as a woman thing, and just prove people wrong if you ever feel that things are not working out for yourself.
Fair point.
It is very, very welcoming, I think, compared to what it used to be earlier. I wouldn't honestly say that as a woman I felt particularly challenged. I think the bigger challenge was that there would be just no people to talk with in college. Also, we were very outnumbered. In one of my companies that I was working with, we were 2 women out of 60 engineers. Again, it became difficult to have lunch table conversations, and I ended up making friends. It's not that I didn't, but obviously I didn't have that wider network. But over the years, what I see is that companies, as policy, have really mandated a lot of stuff that can be, talked with women and not talked with women. Like you cannot, ask if she's married, if she's expecting children in an interview. In our times, those things were not there. They were a bit embarrassing. So in that sense, I would say things have changed. But I would also like to add that as one of the few people who were doing engineering and STEM and programming technology, there's also been a good chance to get noticed and to make a mark. It's a mixed bag, is what I would say. But I definitely see with a lot of companies having better maternity, better childcare policies, more inclusive environments, and a lot more women joining the workforce. Things definitely look far better compared to what they were. So I'm really bullish on this trend. I'm very happy about it. I would say learning. Yeah, it's so a career. See, when you're in academics, it's a textbook of knowledge, and you have to prepare for that, and that's it, right? And I think in a career, it's a never-ending path of learning. I mean, you have to really, really, especially in STEM, especially in technology, I would say, like if you are doing a hardcore tech product or deep tech product, the things change so fast. You have to always be up on your toes to learn, to be ready to learn, pick up new things. I think that is very, very important. I think another thing, like it happened organically for me, maybe, but I think it's also very important to figure out what you really like doing in your career. Whether you are, whether you are more suited to a programming role, or to a marketing role, or to a sales role, or to an HR role, and operations maybe. So I think it's a combination of what opportunities you get to make the most of it, but at the same time internally knowing yourself and understanding what is it that you really like to do. I think those are important traits, and then to continue to learn in those areas. The best part about my profession is that it allows me to learn every single day. It's like it allows me to build. It allows me to create. That's something that I really enjoy. So I am right now doing a deep tech startup. We've done an open source product. I'm actively hiring for technical collaborators, as well as people who can help us market the product. And the next step of in my career, so it's like the journey in the startup has just begun, right? We just raised funding, and I think the next few years we have to just be very heads down, focused on delivering value to our early adopters and our customers. So it's a very exciting phase for me personally right now, and although I'm learning every day, I'm also struggling every day. And it's like, I'm talking to various kinds of people. I'm talking to early customers. I'm talking to early potential people whom I can hire, and also thinking of the next steps where the product will grow. So so it's a mixed bag. Just excited about it. So if your passion is STEM, I would say that the industry, especially the technology industry which I represent, is very, very, it really rewards merit. There would always be, single cases, you could hear stories, but I would say don't take them too personally. If you hear any stories about women not getting the right opportunities, or that doesn't happen, especially if your background is from IITs. You've already proven your mettle. Don't think about anybody questioning you on merit, because you've already established yourself, so you're lucky in that way. And I think as a man or a woman, I think you have to continue to deliver in your career. I mean, there's no shortcut there. You have to be vocal, but you have to also back up your stuff with data, and just be good team members to other people, but at the same time, I mean, be smart enough to figure out that what are the steps in your particular role. I mean, early on, I mean, be ambitious. Don't just take up a job and do a 9 to 5 or 9 to 7 thing and try and I mean, if that's what you want, that's fair. But if you're ambitious, if you want to do bigger things, careers demand hard work. So be prepared for that. But if you like doing it, it won't be that bad. It's going to be really nice, especially with all the opportunities in terms of startups, in terms of big companies offering. The work environments are really nice. The paychecks are very good. The kind of work that you get to do with a paycheck, which is like like a lot of research work also happens in corporates now. So whether you choose to go into universities, or you want to take a corporate life, there is ample opportunity. So if you like it, I mean, just be ambitious, plan it out, seek feedback, seek regular feedback on how you can improve, and make sure that people don't take you for granted, is what I would say. things will definitely get better. I think, that kind of singling out in some senses that we used to feel probably would be reduced. Although I would say that we just took it in our stride, right? At the age of 17 to 21, you're like, the whole world is your oyster. You don't really care whether, and then I think, see, merit will always shine. Although I know these seats are, they're also merit driven, right? They're not just anybody can come in. So I think for girls and women, I think the biggest thing I would say is that, just stop thinking gender wise. Just go out and make it happen, whichever way you want to go. And for the government, I think, for the institute, I definitely feel it's the step in the right direction. Because women are definitely very underrepresented, and a lot of and although, like, most of us, right, really come from privileged backgrounds, and we don't understand that, but a lot of women are still, like, a lot of girls are still taught not to have careers and not to go into ambitious careers. And it's only when a lot more women start kind of breaking the glass ceiling, that a lot other people will be inspired. So these steps are definitely in the right direction. And I think men would also learn to work with women co-founders or women colleagues, and that just changes the whole dynamics of the team. And it's a much better society, I think, overall, if this happens. And, yeah.